everybody. Today I have my assistant with me.
Hi.
And we are going to make pecan pie.
Fancy.
Oh, I have a friend at work who needs a couple of them from me. So we're gonna go over how to do that today. Cooking today come from my favorite recipe app, All Recipes. And you can see here we have our regular sugar, our dark corn syrup, our butter, cornstarch, water, eggs, salt, vanilla, and all important pecans, which have yet to be chopped up. You may have noticed that the butter is sitting in a cup that has a bunch of water in it, which you might find weird. But the reason for this is because it makes it easier to measure. I needed a half cup of butter. So in order to do that, I put a half cup of water in my full cup measuring cup, and then used science or displacement to figure out exactly how much a half cup of butter is. So now what I'm gonna do is take this right over here to my sink and dump out all that water. No water, and it's ready to go into the pot. You'll also notice that I have all the ingredients separated out. I have these that are gonna go directly in that pot right there to be cooked first. And then I have my eggs and other parts that are gonna go in this pot right here and get mixed up. And then all the things that have been cooked in the pot will then go into the mixer after that. One thing to remember, the first rule of cooking, wash your hands. Nobody wants your dirty, stinky, grubby mitts in their food. Watch as my lovely assistant puts the first 3 ingredients into the pot to be cooked. Just use a little spatula to get all that out of there real good. Next we're gonna put in the white sugar. Dump, 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 dump. And one of the first things we have to do is we have to preheat our oven. We're gonna heat it to 375 because even though the recipe calls for 350, my oven cooks a little bit cool. And now that we've unforgotten to do that part, we're gonna continue on with putting our ingredients in the pot. Ready, lovely assistant, to add the butter?
Kinda.
Just dump it in there, man. There you go.
Good enough.
Good enough. And now we see all of those lovely ingredients down in the pot. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And now we have to boil those bad boys. Turn the stove on too terribly hot, because if we do that, it will burn all of this sugar and you will ruin your pies.
And put it just about halfway.
Just like that. The other ingredient we need to put in this pot before we get it good and going is going to be the cornstarch and water. Now the reason that you don't just dump these in there is because you will end up with a bunch of clumpy mess. So you put your water in your cornstarch, just like so, and then you get your teeny tiny cute little whisk, and you whisk, 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 whisk until it's all mixed up nice and smooth. So this is what it should look like once you're done. Kind of a milky type of thing. So then we're just gonna dump this directly in the pot, just like so. And that is it.
Now you have to make sure you mix it all up, or it should look like this.
And make sure that you stir it frequently and keep it moving, otherwise your sugar will burn to the bottom of the pan.
And you don't want that because it'll be sticky. This is what it should start to look like whenever it's all stirred up. This
part is my lovely assistant's favorite part. The messiest and most exciting breaking of the eggs. One important note, don't get any eggshells in the bowl.
Yeah.
If you do, you can easily remove them by using some of the eggshells you have left over. Remember, after cracking eggs, if you get them on your hands, wash your hands again. Nobody wants salmonella.
Nope. Salmon vanilla.
Next thing we gotta do is whip these bad boys up, because this is the only way there's gonna be any air in the pies. Otherwise, they'll be dense and gooey, and we don't like that. You need to make sure that you lock that mixer down, and you need to turn it up further than that. Otherwise, they're not going to be very frothy. It's just going to be a pile of egg.
Gotta make sure.
While we're making this noise, we can make another noise.
Yay!
Hit the other button, son. Low.
That button!
Hold it still before it walks off. So we had to do it on high for just a couple of seconds, but then what you want, or what I want in the pies that I do, is this consistency that is some big pieces, but mostly little ones. So that way you have some that floats to the top and some that floats to the bottom. And as you can see, I had to turn it up a little bit because it still wasn't getting very frothy. And then we need to check on our sugar. We need to stir that up and make sure we keep that moving so we don't have any issues with stickage or with burning. Looking good so far. I chose not to actually make any this time because these are going to a friend. So I just got regular store-bought. They're good quality store-bought. I didn't cheap out, but still. Our eggs are starting to get frothy. Let's turn that off so we can take a look. You got some air bubbles in there. We could go for just a little bit longer. You want to make sure that you don't over blend the eggs too much because then you will knock all that air that you put in there out of them, and that is not what we were trying to do. We come over here and we notice that our sugar mixture is starting to boil, so we're going to have to keep that moving. When it comes to a full rolling boil, that's when we'll take it off the stove. All right, this is looking beautiful. Look at that nice rolling boil. So now we got to take it off the stove. Move that right off of that heat. Thank you, ma'am. Turn your stove off. We don't want to burn any little hands.
Nope.
So now is the fun part. This is where we mix everything together.
Oh yeah.
You gotta pour this hot stuff right in here while that's going. Just like so.
Gotta make sure not to get it anywhere but in the bowl.
Yep, because that is hot and it will burn.
Yeah. It's not fun to clean up. It's very sticky.
She should know. She's on dishes duty most of the time. You can just scrape the rest of that out of there, just like so, right into there. Mix it all up.
Yep.
Just set that to the side. Also, you want to make sure that you maintain a clean workspace.
Yeah.
Then we're going to mix in the salt. Just pour that right in there, just like so. And we're going to mix in the vanilla. Just like so.
Bam.
Yep, and then go the pecans.
Oh yeah.
Dum, dum, dum. Is everybody ready for the pecans?
Oh yeah.
All right, we have a special chute to try to help us out with the pecans so we can do our best not to make a huge mess. There we go.
And now watch it mix.
Pecan pie mix right there. This bad boy as evenly as possible in these pie crusts. So all I gotta do, pour it in there, just like so. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, look at that. That looks like two even, beautiful pies.
Oh yeah.
Very, very liquidy pies.
Delicious though.
And then we're gonna put those things in the oven. All right, now we're gonna carefully,
Extra careful.
put these right in here without burning our fingers. All right, there we go. And then the next thing we gotta do is set our timer to 45 minutes. And there we go. They are on their way. We have 17.5 minutes left. Let's see what our pies are looking like. Let's come right down here. Let's turn our light on. And ooh, look at those. They look so good, don't they? As you can see, my lovely assistant has come check on the pies. And we've got right at 2 minutes left on the timer. And look at those. They look beautiful.
Delicious.
Nice and toasty. Now we need to check them.
Yes.
All right, the way we check these is we do a jiggle check. Now, we're just gonna shake it just a little bit. And you see how liquidy looking it is in the middle, how it's still shaking around so much? That means they are not done.
Nope.
So we're gonna put them in for another 5 minutes.
Another 5. Bam.
5 minutes is up. Now it's time to do another shake test. All right. So yeah, it's mostly solid in the middle this time. Much less jiggly than last time. All right, we have taken the pies out of the oven. As you can see, there's very little shake in the middle, which means they should solidify quite nicely. Thank you to my lovely assistant. And thank you everybody for watching.